A queue is a fundamental data structure that follows the first in first out (FIFO) principle. It represents a collection of elements where the addition of new elements takes place at one end, called the rear or tail, and the removal of elements occurs from the other end, known as the front or head. Think of a queue as a line of people waiting for a service. The person who arrives first is the first one to be served and leave the line, while the person who arrives last has to wait until all the others ahead of them have been served. Now, let's discuss the two common types of queues. Linear queue. In a linear queue, the elements are stored in a contiguous block of memory, just like an array. When an element is enqueued, added, to the queue, it is placed at the rear, and when an element is dequeued, removed, from the queue, it is removed from the front. The size of a linear queue is fixed, which means it has a maximum capacity. Circular queue. A circular queue is an extension of a linear queue. It overcomes the limitation of a fixed size by reusing the empty spaces left behind after a dequeue operation. In a circular queue, the rear and front elements are connected, forming a circular structure. When the rear reaches the end of the queue, it wraps around to the beginning. This allows for efficient space utilization. Both linear and circular queues have their advantages and applications depending on the specific use case. Linear queues are simpler to implement but have a fixed capacity. On the other hand, circular queues offer dynamic memory allocation and are often used in scenarios where a queue needs to wrap around and reuse the available space efficiently. I hope this explanation helps you understand the concept of a queue and its types. Let me know if you have any further questions.